The middle class getting wiped out, leverage towards technology. That's what Jerome Powell said. Paraphrasing, in 2021, he said he's worried about the middle class getting wiped out, leverage towards technology. But I think the middle class has been replaced or been being replaced for a very long time. So I'm going to share with you and talk to you about interest rate risk. And I'm going to break down the facts, figures, numbers, logic based on my perception. That's all this is. This is my bias based on the information, the things I'm studying every single day, my 10 years of banking experience, and losing my money 3 times and failing in business over and over again because I didn't understand the mechanisms of money, how currency worked, and when the news told me something, that it wasn't for my true benefit. Just my opinion. Okay. So I'm going to share with you guys interest rates, right? So we're going to talk about what Jerome said. Jerome Powell said he's worried about, I'm paraphrasing, worried about the middle class getting wiped out, leveraged towards technology. That was during the C word, during the pandemic, as we all look this way, and there's another narrative going on this way. So what did that mean? They turned the printing machine on full blast, devaluing the dollar dramatically in America. Okay. Bunch of people lost their jobs. We moved into a new economy that was leveraged towards technology. We went from working to being on Zoom calls. I'm on Zoom calls every single day. My in-person gym, my Warrior Academy, got shut down, completely shut down. We couldn't open back up, and we didn't open back up. We went completely online, and we've helped over 6,000 warriors get their shit together because of it, because we didn't sit back and we didn't protest. We didn't complain. We changed the mechanisms and understood how money worked, number one, how business is changing. We're going from oil to data, attention, and technology. Think about that for just a moment. And we changed the whole game since 2020. We rewired our subconscious mind. We studied every single day, and we understand how the multimillionaires and billionaires operate. They don't operate like you. That's why 96% of Americans will retire with less than $1 million. And you're probably one of them that's watching this. And if you get your shit together right now, you could completely change your paradigm. But I'm here to tell you that I've matured over the last 4 years. Cryptocurrency is a big part of my diversification, but it is not my retirement. 4 years ago, absolutely. That's the only thing I focused on until I started to seek wise counsel. Wise counsel shared with me one time that you don't mix your investments with your retirement. Let me explain. Cryptocurrency is a very speculative asset. The 401k before 1974, the stock market was considered the casino. And after 1974, they created the 401k, which they put your money into the casino. Why do they call it a casino? Do you realize if the stock market collapses on the back end of this year, that it'll take you 4 years to go back to sub-zero or back to principal? So where you're at now, if it collapses down, it'll take you 4 years to recover. What if you're close to retirement? I'm 47 years old. I don't have time to screw around. Okay. If cryptocurrency comes collapsing down 85% like it did in 2021, going to 2022, going into 2022, where we lost 85% of our portfolio. If cryptocurrency was my only strategy, I'd be back on my parents' couch like I was 4 years ago. But I decided to be more committed to the pain of change and the pain of staying the same. And I changed the money mechanisms within my brain. Now I can travel anywhere I want, all over the world. I understand how money works. I have a nice investment portfolio for cryptocurrency. I'm diversified inside cryptocurrency. It's not my retirement. Precious metals, universal, basically people call it infinity banking, leverage life insurance. Did I say precious metals? Business, I'm diversified in business across technology, attention, and data. Okay. So think about that for just a moment. So if the public or the banking system was set up for us to succeed, then why do 96% of Americans retire with less than $1 million? So you're either going to be that statistic, or you're going to change your money mechanisms in your brain. So let's talk about interest rates. Okay. So what happened from 2020 to 2023? So in 2022, we had out of control inflation. So as you sat from 2020, they turned the printing machine. If you can comprehend, go look up how much $1 billion is, and you can't even comprehend how much $1 trillion is. It's hard to even wrap your brain about it, but we're so caught up on the bullshit that doesn't matter. Fighting about left and right, fighting about these these are things that are designed to get us to fight. This has always existed, guys. They want you focused on that as the whole banking system comes collapsing down because of a liquidity crisis, because they keep printing money and devaluing our dollar. There's no money in the system. Every single dollar in the system is somebody else's debt. So the feds have to use interest rates to regulate the monetary system. Okay. They're responsible for the job markets, stability of the job markets, and the health of our financial system. Okay. And they do that through interest rates. So in 2022, because we don't learn this stuff in school, so we had no idea what happened. So in 2022, if you made $100,000 in 2020, by the time you got to 2022, you're making about $83,000 a year. There was a cumulative inflation rate of 17%. So without knowing anything, you lost almost 17% of your income. Okay. Then there's something else dangerous that happened. They jacked interest rates through the roof. Okay. A $600,000 house was probably about, with interest rates before, maybe a $2,100 mortgage. Don't quote me on this. It's almost $4,000 now. People's rent were going up 27% over 24-month period. So what Jerome Powell does is they jack up interest rates to cool inflation. Now, why does that happen? Why is this important to you? When they, and you're not feeling this within your company now. I'm a company owner. I own multiple companies. I'm a CEO of multiple companies. I have equity in 7 companies. So I understand how interest rates affect us. When interest rates are low, you can borrow your way out of debt. You can borrow your way into borrow your way out of problems. When they jack up interest rates, payments are higher. You can't borrow your way out of trouble. You don't have access to capital. And if you are not capitalized with cash, you're screwed. So now I told you guys in Q3, Q4 2023, you're going to start to see the massive job layoffs because of interest rates. So here's how it works. So interest rate mechanism goes up. Jerome Powell's trying to bring inflation back down to 2%. Okay. Think about that. He said, I will continue to raise interest rates till inflation comes down to 2%. So why does that affect the job markets? When interest rates go up, okay, that has to cool. So people can't buy stuff anymore. Stuff needs to be cheaper in order for you to buy stuff. So companies have to lower their prices, which brings inflation down. Well, when you have to lower your prices and money is very expensive, what is your number one cost? Employees. Payroll is the number one cost. It's 40% of our gross revenue at our main company. We have 27 team members. We did the opposite. I'm going to brag on our CFO. We did the opposite. We looked at what a livable wage is, and we just gave massive raises to our team members. The reason why we did that is because we want our team members to be more effective. We're going to do the opposite. And we doubled and tripled down our production. Think about that for just a moment. But most companies don't think that way. So when they need to bring prices down to cool inflation because money is no longer cheap, your number one cost is employees. So now you're starting to see Meta lay people off. You're starting to see all these technology companies lay people off. You're seeing all these banks collapse. You're going to see, because there was so much money being printed in the system. So how does that affect you as a middle-class worker? You say, well, my job's not going to lay me off. Guys, if you're a construction worker and somebody gets laid off at the grocery store, they no longer can put money into the bank. Okay. The banks can't lend money out to the next person coming in. It causes a vicious cycle. The person at the gas station gets laid off. That's a person not paying their bills. That's a person not buying a car. That's a person not buying a house. Okay. The person at the grocery store gets laid off. That's a person not buying a house, not buying a car. People start to move in together. Money tightens up. Everything comes collapsing down. And then the back end of that, what they're going to do is the middle class is going to move from the middle class down to the working poor. The wealth gap is going to be freaking massive. It's already massive, guys. This is the next step to move the middle class down to the working poor. And once you go down to the working poor, the mechanism is going to be universal basic income, FedNow services, on-demand liquidity, financial inclusion, bringing everybody into the banking system. You're not going to stop this switch. You're not going to stop the switch. This is a switch in a monetary system to Web 2.0 from industrial to technical. So if you're watching this and you're over 40 years old and this doesn't dive into what I'm saying, but this is the greatest time in human history to build wealth and shift your family's timeline. But the fact is, most people are going to get wrecked. This is not a fear tactic. It's a fact. There's a reason why 96% of Americans retire with less than $1 million. And if you retire with $1 million, which I think is 10% total of the overall population, I don't think that math even works out. I think it's 10%. $1 million at 4% is only $50,000. That is not retirement. I am not retiring like that. That's why I have mechanisms like securing my wealth with you leverage life insurance, little bit of precious metals for borrowability. Now I'm getting into the real estate game. I'm not a real estate expert. I have real estate experts in my academy. So whereas interest rates, if they keep going up, is going to affect you dramatically. If you work at a gas station, you work as a construction worker, you work at a technology company, you own companies like I do, okay? In order to bring inflation down, your number one cost is employees. So bring down the employee cost, okay? Bring down the prices, focus on the bottom line. And when a company is held by shareholders, is owned by shareholders, they don't give a shit about you. All they care about is profits. The banks don't care about you. All they care about is profits. Your employer only cares about profits. So what I did is I learned how money worked. I no longer have to work for anybody. Okay. I'm creating systems and process through intuition and creation, staying in my right hemisphere of the brain. I surrounded myself with like-minded individuals in our Warrior Academy. Inside of our Warrior Academy, 32 companies have been created. 22 are on our tribe chart, guys. 7 of them I have equity in. I'm just a dude who finally left. I lost my money 3 times learning this stuff, guys. But once you learn the mechanisms of money, you'll never be broke again. You'll understand that money is a vibration, it's a currency, and it comes from discipline and consistency and getting your shit together and not listening to the indoctrinated people that are going to tell you how to make money when they've never made money. The people who are going to tell you how to take action in crypto and real estate and all this stuff when they haven't even taught you how to rewire your brain. I lost my money 3 times. I failed in business 5 times, guys. I've fallen down and gotten back up. Finally, I hired wise counsel. I'm like, what the hell? I hired some mentors that are multimillionaires. I'm like, there's a reason why you're the 1%. Okay, you don't do your money like we do. So I started at a very small level, and the next cycle's coming with the bull run, and then I'm going to make it even bigger. And then after that cycle, we're heading into generational wealth. I'm just one step ahead of people. I'm just working harder on myself. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I just mean I'm a generator in my human design. I'm supposed to go forward, forge a trail, make mistakes, build foundations, come back and teach. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what my Warrior Academy is all about. So if you want to understand there is no get rich quick, guys. There is no get rich quick. It's rewiring the mechanism of your brain, creating discipline and consistency. You can change your family's life, and your kids are watching what you do, not what you say. After this video, you can join my Warrior Academy 7 days for free in 2023. We've helped over 6,000. The video says 5,000. We just went over 6,000 warriors worldwide this year. We hope to be yours next, man. So after this video, click the description down below. We'll see you on the inside. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.
The system is designed to keep you trapped. 2017, I walked out of a high-paid vice president job because I was absolutely miserable. Working 16 to 19 hours a day because that's what the system taught me to do. And what I discovered through countless hours of meditation, research, reading books, understanding how the millionaires and billionaires operate, the system is designed to keep you trapped. Today, I own multiple companies. I travel all over the world. I'm financially free, and that's exactly why I created this community of like-minded warriors coming together called the 3T Warrior Academy. Now, I don't say this to brag. I'm sharing this with you to show you what's possible for you. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to take your life to another level, we believe the Warrior Academy has something for everybody. Processes that take you step by step through discipline, consistent activities, and that's exactly what you're going to get. Our 120-day challenge, all you have to do is open up the app and take it day by day. We're going to take you through the discipline, consistent activities to take your life to the next level. Within 1 week, you're gonna feel a difference. Within a month, people are gonna notice a change in you. That's how powerful this 120-day challenge is. So if you're truly ready to break free from the old paradigm into a new paradigm of discipline, consistency, great relationship with your family, financial freedom, and learning the pillars of wealth that'll change your life and generational wealth to come, I'm gonna invite you to do our program for 7 days for free. The 120-day challenge has changed over 5,000 warriors' lives worldwide, and we hope to be yours next.
Warriors, let's get your together. Let's go.